Yo, what's poppin' people of the internet? It's Live from Vegas, back again for another video about Apex Legends tier list. This time we're doing the characters, aka the legends. If you guys want to see my review of the weapons, that video is already posted. You know I got y'all, so just check the channel, check the description. Video's already live about the weapons. So let's jump right into the legends, not stall. What you see here is a little bit more of my opinion than the last video. The legends are really opinion based, to be honest. It's just kind of what your playstyle is. I still tried to keep it pretty grounded here, but at the end I'll actually go back and change a few things and show you guys what accurately more represents what I think. But there might be a few, I can see the looks on your guys' faces right now. There's a few people disgusted with this list, so let's just go over it real quick. One thing I gotta get out the way is that I am a top 500 Apex Predator. I've also hit Diamond like 45 times because I'm just too lazy to rank up every season, so I got credentials on Apex, and my strategy, just also to get into this, is I'm an extreme rusher. Rush. I don't camp, I don't use defense heroes. I don't really even use like healing heroes. I'm all about the rushdown, man. So with that said, it's obvious that my number one character is Revenant. I literally play Revenant religiously. I've loved him since he's came out. I think he's definitely the best legend in Apex, and I don't know why everybody puts him so low on their list. It's like people act like Revenant doesn't even exist in this game, man. He's so strong, and if you really break it down, I'll tell you why. It's because he has the best kit in the game. I swear to you, the best kit in the game. Let's just think about it here for a second. We got a character like Pathfinder, right? Everybody loves Pathfinder. He's got the grapple, the zip line, the beacon scan. That's a pretty good kit, man. Even though the grapple's caught a nerf, like, it's still a pretty good kit. But let's take a look at Revenant's kit. You have the ability to silence people. You have the ability to stop every other person you see here abilities. That itself alone should tell you that this man is a savage. He is the best character. He can just say fuck you to every single one of these characters twice. Yeah, twice. And that's just one of his abilities. Into the next one, we got the Death Totem, probably the best ultimate in the entire game. Yeah, definitely the best ultimate in the entire game. I can't think of anything here that's better than the Death Totem. And then he's got his passive where he can climb and creep, which for somebody like me, that is an insane perk because I dip and dodge like a motherfucker with this guy. So I'm telling you, he has the strongest kit in the game. Everybody needs to start busting out their Revenants. I don't know why you're all hiding in corners and shit, but Revenant is the way to go, man. Just push down their throats. If you're playing solo queue, Revenant is the best character for solo queue, and you still don't see anyone using them. You can give your scrub teammates an extra 100 health every time they grab that Death Totem. That is literally wins fights on its own, man. Revenant is just throws games. Dude is a savage. I don't understand why everybody puts him so low. So next, Gibraltar. Gibraltar is actually my most kills character and probably my best overall character. Gibraltar is a damn savage, man, in every season. His extra health, and that's extra health is coming from the gun shield, and the extra health coming from the 15% damage reduction. So he's got, I'm just going to throw it out, probably like 75 to 100 health more than every other legend. Sure, he's a bigger target, but man's a tank. He's got the bubble, which is very good for reviving homies. And he's got the airstrike, which the airstrike is great, man. A lot of people kind of just don't know how to use it, but it's really just like an area of denial. Like, a lot of people try to use it for kills. That's not what you use it for. You use it to get people off your back, man. You just tell them to fuck off. Once they hear that activation of the sky opening up, about to rain hell, it just scatters everyone out of the area. So Gibraltar and Revenant are the only two S tier legends. These guys are gods. If you're not playing these on your squad, you're having issues, man. Gibraltar is the medic, man. He's even better at reviving than Lifeline. So run Gibraltar, run Revenant. These are the S tier legends without a doubt. Next, this one's my opinion, to be honest. If it was really my opinion though, I would throw it all the way up to number one, man. Lifeline is ridiculous in this season, and I know my homies are laughing their asses off right now because they know how much I hate Lifelines and how they just destroy the game for me. That res ability that she has, is off the chain. I know I said Revenant has the best kit, but Lifeline's one ability alone can shoulder the entire game, so she's just cracked, man, but we'll keep her back on the A. Yeah, her care package is good, free health is good, you're always going to be taking damage from the storm or from players, so obviously she's just a GOAT and you want to have her on your team, and that revive is just ridiculous. I can't tell you how many times I've downed 3, even 4 people, and she just keeps picking them up like it's nothing, man. You can't push it. It's literally an invincible barrier of death if she throws it up, so Lifeline is a straight god. That's why I'm putting her on A. I know a lot of people keep her pretty low, but she could even be an S tier in my opinion. Next, this is another kind of one of my opinion tweakers. A lot of people haven't really given Rampart the time of day, the brand new legend for this season, but I think she's straight up godly. I don't know why she's not getting any play. She's not my play style, that's why I don't play her. She's too heavy on defense, too heavy on setting up before the fight even starts. That's not me, man. I'm just ready to just go balls deep, just rushing. So if I was like a little bit more passive, like Rampart would definitely be my main. I think she's insane. I don't understand why people aren't using her. That amp walls, she can hold 5, which if you really think about it in the terms of like a trapping character, which she's a defense trapper, someone like Caustic can only do, let's say, like 4 damage per second with his barrel, right? So let's say it ticks him like twice or 3 times, that's like 15 damage. Rampart, she's doing 15 extra damage per bullet on her amp shield, so it's literally like 4 times the damage on the trap. So I don't understand why people aren't using her. Plus she has 3 miniguns. And yeah, she's great with light machine guns, so I think Rampart's a top tier, and people are sleeping on her this season just because she came out. And I think since she's so slept on, she's honestly probably going to catch a buff and she's going to become an S tier character. So main Rampart right now, because she's going to get better as the game goes on, and she's already pretty damn good. I know if you're playing ranked, Rampart is honestly a very good pick, almost rivaled with Gibraltar, because if you're set up in that storm, waiting for teams to come to you, man, you're gonna literally win almost every game. Like, she has an impeccable defense, especially if she's paired with Watson, and you can just hold those storm zones and just win games. So Rampart's god, man. I don't know why everyone's putting her low. Same thing with Revenant. These 2 guys are just underrated. Anyways, jumping down to the B category, we got Bloodhound. Bloodhound caught a huge buff this season, man. For me, he used to be the worst character in the game, I'll be honest. I think he was absolute garbage before this season, but he caught a huge buff this season. He basically has wall hacks, like literally just built-in wall hacks. You can scan every 4 seconds. So you have 4 seconds of wall hacks. It's just insane, man. He's literally cracked. Everybody's been running Bloodhound. He's probably the most played character in this season. You're probably asking yourself, yo, if you're a huge rusher, why don't you play Bloodhound? He runs like a maniac. The reason I don't like Bloodhound is because he has no combat abilities. I need somebody that can like do damage in a fight, or like use their abilities, you know, for offensive. So sure, he can stop some nice flanks and let you know where people are, but he's not my rush style. I need somebody that can throw down damage, that can disable runaways, that can push with a Death Totem, you know. So just not my cup of soup, but man's fire. Got a huge buff. He's definitely top of the B tier, possibly even A tier, but there's not that many legends, so I just wanted to spread them out. Anyways, Caustic, man. Everybody knows Caustic is he's probably just the middle, man. He belongs right here in the middle. Very strong, keeps people away from you in ranked, very good ranked pick. Very solid kit. He has a very good ultimate that does extreme damage. I know sometimes I'm just begging for a character that can do damage with their ultimate, so he's good, man. I don't run him because he's too big and he's defense, not my style, but Caustic belongs on a lot of teams. Very good. Pathfinder. For me, Pathfinder has gone down, man. He used to be a top tier character, but with that nerf to his grapple, he's really not that great anymore. And also with the buff to Bloodhound being able to scan rings, I think Pathfinder's kind of lost his niche, man, because he's not really scanning rings anymore. It's going to be the Bloodhound on the team, because there's a Bloodhound on damn near every team in Season 6, so Pathfinder's been dethroned, man. But he's still good. He's still good. His zipline caught a little bit of a buff, so I would run him on certain squads. But He's not the rusher that we all know him for, and he's not the recon person that we all know him for, so he's gone down. Mirage, again, this is a little bit of an opinion pick for me. I think Mirage is super underrated into the fact that he's probably the best attacker. Like, for me, he's better than Wraith, better than Bloodhound, better than Path, better than Bang, better than Octane. I think he's just a great rusher because he doesn't suffer from that 5% damage reduction, or damage addition, sorry. I think one of the strongest things about his kit is the Invisible Revive. That Invisible Revive is insane. Arguably the best revive of the game, even better than Lifeline and Gibraltar's. I've seen people literally standing a foot away from me and just, they can't even tell that you're there because you're just fully invisible, both characters. So Mirage is insane, man. I would honestly put him up a little higher, but I know people would get angry, so he's going to stay right here at top of the sea, I think where he belongs. Speaking of angry, I know who you see as next year. The love child of Apex, Wraith. Man, let's have a little discussion about Wraith. So, I hate Wraith. I'm just going to come out and say it. I know a lot of you are going to unsubscribe and report my channel for not liking Wraith because she's literally the most popular character in the world. But I think she's garbage. I think she's not good. Her passive is trash. Doesn't tell you anything. Her ability caught a huge nerf. You pretty much can't even use it now. Like before, you could use it to get out of bad situations, but now if you're in a bad situation and you try to pop it, you're definitely dead because you just dropped your gun. So the only thing good about her is her portal. Sure, her portal is a extremely good ultimate, but in my opinion, Wraith just lacks. She just lacks for me. I know for everybody she's the #1 top tier best character, but to be honest, I think she's lame. People say that she's an attacker character, that she's an aggressor. Please, man, let's talk about this kit. All her abilities are for running away. Her phase ability, running away. Her portal ability, running away. She doesn't have anything aggressive, and I just think she really lacks everything. I don't know why so many people like Wraith. The only thing good about her is her hitbox, but even then she's got a 5% damage increase, so she just gets melted. Not a fan of Wraith, so she's down here. I know a lot of y'all are gonna fight me on that one, but it's my channel, get over it. My tier list. I think she's okay in ranked. At higher ranks, you do need her portal, but I don't know. If you're positioning good, I think Rampart's better, Lifeline's better, Gibby's better. I think Wraith is just kind of a Anyways, on to the next one. This is another controversial one. I'm just slapping you guys back and forth across the face with this list, so just prepare for it. Crypto has caught so many buffs. He's literally caught like 2 buffs every season since he came out. He's almost insane at this point. I don't think there's anything they could do to make this man better. He's seriously just cracked and nobody plays him. I don't play him either because the fact that you have to like be in your drone and, you know, not be running with your squad and not aggressing, not for me. But I think his EMP, I used to EMP rush with Revenant all the time before they nerfed it. I think he was very strong. That rush is very strong with Crypto, and if you didn't know, he can grab his homies' banners and instantly respawn them, and his drone takes 0 damage to the storm, and he can instantly spawn beacons. He's literally caught every buff. Like, he's almost better than Bloodhound and Path in terms of scanning beacons because he can go backwards into the storm, scan it instantly, fly halfway across the damn map to scan it, and then revive his teammates instantly. I mean, Crypto is just cracked. If this was my opinion, I would almost put him higher, man, but nobody plays him, and I don't really play him either, so I don't feel comfortable putting him up higher, but in theory, Crypto is one of the best characters in Apex if you play him correctly. Next up, we got Bangalore. And Bangalore is the love of my life. I love Bangalore. I think she's my favorite character in Apex, and I would main her to the death if she was just a little bit better. I think she really needs some love. Her ultimate is just really lacking, and that's really just what kills it for her. Her passive is the best passive in the game, in my opinion. The smoke is very strong. I think she's an aggressor. She's a defender. She can revive. She can zone. I mean, Bangalore just does it all, man. I am absolutely in love with her, but it's just the problem is that her ultimate is just shit. Her ultimate, they might as well have just remove it from the game because it does nothing. Nobody's gonna miss it if you take it out. It's literally just a wasted ability on a god character, so we're sad to see Bangalore down here in C. We love you, baby. Down here in D, I just want to give a quick shout out to a homie of mine, Data Angel. I'm sorry, but I'm about to roast your main right here, bro, so excuse me for a moment. Octane. He is the best of the D class, but to be honest, Octane to me is a D class. I just feel like he doesn't contribute anything to the team. I think when you're playing ranked, when you're trying to rank up, or if you're trying to win games, you want people that contribute heavy hitting abilities, like Gibraltar with his dome and ultimate, or Revenant with his Death Totem for the whole squad and his ability to shut down people, or Lifeline just rezzing people, or Rampart putting up huge amounts of cover and miniguns, or Bloodhound scanning up the entire team. He just doesn't have anything to offer for the team. Like even Mirage, again, best attacker is Mirage. I'm gonna keep reiterating this. He has all kinds of team abilities like reviving people invisible. I think Octane's just in a really bad spot, man. I think he's a great character and I love his concept. I love the speed. He's definitely could be someone for me in my playstyle, but as of right now, he's just too selfish of a character. He just doesn't contribute to the squad, so I gotta put him down pretty low. But he is the best of the D because I do think he's okay because he doesn't have the 5% damage. So he is actually a pretty decent attacker. I think maybe even if they tacked on like the ability to scan the rings for Octane, that would be fitting and he would have a much better place in the meta. But yeah, sorry to my homie Data, Octane just ain't it. And these other two characters definitely ain't it either, man. Watson, while Watson is a very good ranked pick, I can't put Watson higher, man. I feel like she's just bad. She doesn't have any abilities to really offer besides her ultimate. Like her passive doesn't do shit. Her LB, like sure it's good that she can put down some electric traps, but people just walk through it. My problem with Watson is that she's the worst defender because she poses no threat and people just rush her anyways. At least with Caustic, like people don't rush Caustic because they know they're gonna die, or they know they're gonna get like scanned and lit up by his gas. And people don't push Rampart because they see her big ass walls and her miniguns and they're like, hold up, I'm not going in there. Versus you see a Watson, you're like, oh, it's just one of those puny lasers, I'm gonna run through it because it does 3.5 damage to my health. Like, Watson is just straight up shit in my opinion. The only thing good for her is her ultimate, and even then they nerfed her ultimate in this season, so I think she takes an L as the second worst character in the game. Straight up facts. Don't play Watson, play Rampart. And obviously everyone knows the worst character in the game is Loba. That's a really weird picture that they got for her. Probably because she's just a straight meme. Like, Loba is poop. Which is funny because she does have some team abilities. Like, I was complaining that Octane doesn't have any team abilities, that's why he's low, but I mean, hers just don't really count. Like, I think they need to buff her ultimate to maybe, instead of taking 2 items, you could take 4. I think that would still be balanced. And I don't know, her LB just isn't very good, and her passive is okay, but I don't know. Loba's just a lackluster character. Everyone knows she's taken an L, and she'll probably never be in the meta, to be honest. I don't think there's anything they can do to make her better at high level play. She's just not a very skillful character, and she just doesn't really bring much to the table. I think she's just for casuals that just want to grab some great loot. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and rearrange some of these to represent more of like what's my exact opinion. Again, I think Lifeline is broken through the roof. I think Rampart is good. I think Bloodhound's pretty good. I think Wraith is garbage, like I said. Wraith is like right here next to Loba and Watson in my opinion. Like, I'd almost rather have a Watson on my team because at least I get free shields versus Wraith just doesn't contribute anything for me. Bangalore, the love of my life, so I put her up. And Mirage and goes up, and Crypto, I'm telling you, this man slept on. Put this man in the S tier. He is straight up underrated. He can revive his teammates like instantaneously. Nobody else can do that. He can fly his drone into the storm, and not to mention with the new buff in the new season where everything has Evo shields, his ultimate just makes getting a red Evo shield easy, man. You're literally zapping off like 150 damage every single time you use it. So Crypto's top tier, man. Keep him up. And these boys are just right in the middle. Octane, you can get a C. You can get a C, man. You're alright. But the rest of these guys, take them out the game. Or replace them. Like, see, the thing is I've played a couple hero games, like, for example, Rainbow Six Siege. Eventually, when you have a big roster like this, certain characters that fit certain playstyles are going to get swapped out for a better one eventually. And Watson is the first one to get it. Rampart is the new Watson. That's all there is to say. Like, they dropped her. She's going to replace Watson. Good example is if you've played Rainbow Six Siege, like, there's someone like Wamai or Jaeger, if you know what that is. They basically have the same gadget, same character, but just one comes along later, and they just do things a little bit better, you know? So they might have the same thing for some of these other characters. Like, there will eventually be a better healer that's going to knock Lifeline off the throne. There has to be, you know? The game just has to improve in that type of way, and everyone knows that you have to have a strong healer on the list, and right now we only have one, so there's definitely going to be a powerhouse healer coming soon. And yeah, that's really all I got to say about the legends. If there's anything you take away from this video, it's instantly down all lifelines you see because they're cancer. It's Bangalore's underrated, and so is Mirage and Crypto. And you should start playing Revenant and Rampart in damn near all your squads. Literally, you should play all these people in all your squads right here. This whole top row. These are the only characters you should be playing. The rest of these guys just ain't it, man. These are the squad right here. These are the best characters in Apex, period. And that is coming from somebody that wins insane amount of games at a high level tier. You will win with Predator squads with Crypto. You will win against Predator squads with Rampart. I guarantee you. Just give these characters a chance. Anyways, that's been all for the video, man. Like, subscribe, comment, all that bullshit. And I'll see you guys online. Peace.